All right, guys, it is time for you to work on your asynchronous work for math and social studies. So when you get to your Google Classroom, you will see an assignment that looks like this. Underneath it is the link that you will want to click on. Then it will bring you to a page that looks like this. This is our slide that you will see every time that we are in asynchronous learning time. In the middle here, it gives you the three things that you will be working on today. And where you will find those three things are located over here on this bulletin board with the numbers 1, 2, and 3. So, for example, your first activity will be brain teasers. So over here, you will click on the number 1 number. Now, I find that the links work better when you are in the presentation mode. So how you do that is you go up here and you click on the word present. Then this screen kind of takes up your full screen of your computer. You can click on the number 1, and that will bring you to your brain teasers. Now, for your brain teasers, yours will actually come up looking like this. So if you notice, it says view only right here. Now, in order for you to actually type anything on this page, you can't be in view only mode. You need to make a copy of this assignment so that it becomes your own. Very easy to do. You will go here to the File button. You will go down to where it says Make a Copy. Then you will click on the entire presentation. Once you've done that, you will get a little box that looks like this that says Copy Document. Now, you will notice it says in the highlighted blue copy of, and then the title of this assignment. Now, I want the title of the assignment to stay there, but we don't really need the words copy of. So if you click right after the word of, you'll get your little cursor that's blinking there. And then on your keypad, you can do backspace to get rid of those words. Now, what I'd like for you to do here is type your name, space. So you will have your name at the beginning of the document along with the title of the document afterwards. Underneath, it tells you that the folder this will go into is called My Drive, and that's exactly where you want it to go. So you will click OK. From here, you will get a new version of the slide. You will notice it no longer says View Only. It now has your name appear as part of the title. Now you have capability of going in and actually typing on the slides. Okay, so on the first slide, we talked about this in class, how you'll figure this out and you'll type in the number. On the second slide, this is where you're looking for those words. And remember, you're going to use these highlighting features over here on the right-hand side. So remember, you take this highlight box, and let's say the word that you found is right here. Well, you put your box there, and if it goes across, you kind of hover over it with your mouse until you get the arrow that goes across. You click down on your mouse, and then you drag it as long as the word is. Okay, now if that was the word you were looking for, and let's say that said brain, then you would take this one over here, and you would drag that over across the word brain so you can cross it out and you know you've already found that word. Okay, now remember, if the word goes up and down, you just drag it a different way. Say the word is here. Now, instead of looking for the arrow that goes sideways or horizontal, now you're looking for the arrow that goes vertical or up and down. So again, you'd click on it and drag it however long it needs to be. Okay? Now, once you're done with this assignment, you will need to turn it in to me. So how on earth do you do that? Well, the first thing you're going to do is, if you look up here at the tabs, we have a few different ones opened right now, and probably more than are needed. But anyway, you can click out of that assignment that you were in, and you can go back to your Google Classroom assignment. Then you'll notice over here there's a box that says Your Work. What you will do is click on this Add button, and then you just go to Google Drive. From Google Drive, I have a bunch of things in here, but yours should be the most recent. It should be the very first thing that pops up, and you'll see the title of it, Mrs. Herrick, Asynchronous. It was the same thing that we just titled that. You simply click on that slide. You'll notice this blue bar at the bottom that says you've selected one, and we want to insert it. So we're going to click on the word insert. It'll take a little bit for it to load. But then once it's loaded, it's there. So you can see under this Your Work tab right here is the work you've just done, and then you can turn that in. Now, there is, as I told you, 3 things that you'll be doing today, and I've only showed you one. So let's go back to our original slide here. Number 2 is when you will do multiplication practice for 10 minutes. So again, you'll click on that number 2 link. For this one, it's just a website that has a few different multiplication games on there. You can choose whichever ones you want. I just ask that you spend at least 10 minutes practicing your facts. Okay? When you're done, again, you can go up into those tabs at the top and you can exit out of that one. Then, third thing you will be doing is working on the Jamboard, which we went over in class today as well. So the number 3 link is over here on the bulletin board. You simply click that number 3 and it takes you to your page. Now, I had already added one of these on here. Let me take that off so that it's not on there later. This document here is an ongoing document. So you will not only see your questions, but you will see all of your classmates' questions as well as they go in here and add their pieces. I ask that you not delete anybody's stuff. Please do not mess up the question or mess with images. All you need to do is go over here under this arrow where you see a little sticky note. Click on that. You can choose whatever color you want. Then you'll click inside the color and you'll type whatever question it is that you have, and you will click save. Then if you click off of that box, you will see that my post-it, which I just put random letters in here, but on this one, you would be typing any questions that you have, and you'll just position it. You can move it around wherever you want. Then if you look at the top, you would go over to the next slide. What is something that you are excited about this new school year? Okay, well, again, we'll go over here to the post-it. Maybe I'll use the same color. Maybe I won't. And you'll click on here. I am excited to learn about division. Okay, then you'll click save. Then you click off of it. And again, my post-it's here, and I can position it wherever I want it to be. Then the last slide is asking, what is something that you are nervous about going into 5th grade? So again, we'd go over here, we'd click a post-it note. You can choose the same color, you can choose a different color. Here's where you type it, you would click save, and then it would appear. Now, as you get in here, there might be other post-its in here already from other people who have done it. So please leave those things there. Only add things, do not take things away. Also, on your post-its, if you have more than one question or more than one thing that you're nervous about, you can include all of those on the same post-it so that each person can have a post-it filled with their information that they're wanting to add to that slide. Okay? Now, this is not an assignment that you need to turn in because it's ongoing and everybody is contributing to it, so you do not need to do anything about turning this one in. Same thing with that multiplication practice. You don't need to do anything with turning that in. You just need to spend the time practicing. So once you've done all 3 of your steps, you can go back here to this original classroom for your assignment. And if you didn't turn it in originally, you would click in that turn in button to turn in those slides that you completed. You'll simply click this turn in button, and it's done. How you know it's been turned in to me is that it says turned in right here. Then once you've turned it in, you no longer have access to this assignment until I return it to you. Or if you really needed to see it again, you would just simply click unsubmit, unsubmit, and then you have access to it again to go in and make any changes on it. But then don't forget, if you've made changes, you'll want to go back again and click turn in so that it does get turned into me. Okay, I know that was a lot of information, but you will get the hang of this throughout the year, as these are practices that we will be using every day for the most part. Okay, so good luck. As always, I am here if you need any help whatsoever. Just let me know.